Hi, this is Film Buff Grabiak. While taking a short break from editing video critiques, I've decided to make some videos talking about important issues in life. This video will talk about subject matter you might find unpleasant and contain a bit of ranting, so if you would feel unsettled by this, then you probably shouldn't watch or indeed listen to this video. But I feel these issues are very important to talk about. From seeing the title of this video, you probably would have guessed that I'm going to be talking about how to deal with bullying. Either that you're facing, or that others are facing. And of course these are tips that could help. They might not be enough, but they have helped me to some extent, though not 100%. But I guess the effect it leaves can vary from person to person. One of the main things that can enable me to forget about past incidents is to hang out with friends. Of course I can only meet up with up to 5 other people, but it's nonetheless a good way to escape from any tension and stress going on. The downside is, I can't hug any of my friends. This is an issue when shit memories of the past keep coming back to me, and while I can talk with friends about it, either in person or via social media, I can't get a hug. When wondering why it was so frustrating, one of my friends from uni said, because hugs make you feel all warm and nice and loved, and not being able to have one sucks. True words were never spoken. I was given shit both verbally and physically throughout secondary school, and it was almost always brushed off as banter. People often completely nonchalantly insulted me to my face, and hassled me for simply trying to make them laugh. If you don't think I'm funny, leave it at that. Don't go out of your way to be an arsehole about it. One of the people from my secondary school shoved me out of a classroom and didn't let me back in all lesson, shoved me out of a conversation circle and closed it in, slapped me around the head when he got sent out, and continually shared information about me he knew I wouldn't want others knowing. And people seriously brush this off as banter? I won't mention this person by name, which in my eyes is being generous. This of course does not represent every single person from secondary school, and a fair number of them were nice and actually took my feelings into consideration. I met a group of my old friends from secondary school near the beginning of the month, and spoke in private with one of them. She had confronted him over it at the time, and told him to stop doing it, which I thought was rather admirable. She apologised for not doing more. She didn't have to do that. A reason I mention this though, is because I believe that if you see your friend being bullied for whatever reason, you should step in and confront the bully for it. Even if it's not much, it could help a person out to a certain extent. If you hear about it from a friend without witnessing it, offer support and sympathy instead of disputing it. An important thing to do, though, is not to tell them to let go of it. This can sound dismissive for some people, and having your mental health severely affected can make it hard for some people to get over. And unless you have been through similar situations, you will never fully understand what it's like. If you have bullied someone continually over the years, don't expect them to forgive you. Even if you do decide to apologise to them, don't expect them to accept. And if they are forgiving enough to accept, be grateful for that, because they are willing to look past all the shit you have given them. And while that is strength, not accepting your apology is not weakness. Years of bullying and or being fucked over can have moderate to severe effects on people's lives and or their mental health. They can become depressed, they can feel isolated and alone, they can contemplate self-harm, and, worst of all, they can contemplate suicide. If you or anyone you know is or ever has considered suicide, there are some suicide helpline numbers you can phone. You are not alone, and you are worthy of time and respect.